I'd like to say Rahobat Moisarsh Lil Wu-Sabat Pa Musbatu. Greetings, family of Wu-Sabat, the Sabians. I am Habti Ray Atam Hatab, one of the many student teachers of the master teacher, Parnabab Yaanuwn, affectionately known to us as Baba Yaanuwn, incarnated Nazar or Rizqiyan into the body of His Excellency Dr. Malachi Z. Kayok Okran, 33 degrees over 720 degrees. So we welcome you all to this Wu-Sabat class. And today's class is called Our Origins Part 2. Continue from the last class we done, which was entitled, Did Man Come from Monkey, Adam and Eve, or Fish? So everybody strap yourself in. And what we're going to do today, it's going to be like a Black Friday class, that's what they call it. We're going to do about 3 small classes. Then we're going to go into the main topic class, our origins. Now, the first, I was asked a series of questions. Before we start, can we be heard on the Zoom? Fantastic. Okay, there's a question here. A few people asked me some questions. So I'm going to relay these questions to yourselves. Okay? So the first question I'm going to relay is, I was asked, why did the master teacher come to America? So that's a question we like to relay to you, the listening audience, anybody, except for 2 people, which are Terry Jamal Tahuti and Jose. Why did Parnabab Yaanuwn come to America and not stay in Africa?
Right.
So, man,
I need the mic.
You should be able to pick you up even if you leave it on the step.
I beg your pardon. Well, for me anyway, because in the what is it? In the 1600s, Africans went to America, and they lived there for 400 years under difficult circumstances, called slavery, plantation life. And that was, in my opinion, to prepare them for the coming of a teacher or a series of teachers.
Yeah. Well done. Anybody else? Anybody want to build on that? Zoom? Clubhouse? There's a Mali, he's on the right track. Anybody else?
Came to raise the 144,000 people, children of God.
Use the mic there, please.
Yeah.
So why did okay, go ahead.
The master teacher came to raise the 144,000, the chosen ones.
Why didn't you do that? Couldn't you have done that in Africa?
But what?
Couldn't you have raised 144,000 in Africa?
No, worldwide.
Speak.
Yeah. Basically, Dr. York came to raise the 144,000 worldwide, the children of God.
That's why you came to America.
In America, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, the question is, why didn't the master stay and raise this? Couldn't he have done the same thing in Africa? Because Africa is much bigger than America.
Yeah, we could have, yeah, I believe that.
No.
But why not?
Because
Speaking to the mic.
Because from the 1600s to the 2000s, African Americans have been there for 400 years. And 400 years is a period, it's a multiple of 40, which is a period of preparation. So when you suffer for 400 years under terrible conditions, you are ready for a teacher. Whereas the people in Africa, even though they've been under colonialism, they haven't really been taken out of their environment, and they're quite comfortable in some sense. They speak their own language and so on, their own culture and everything, their own food, But the African Americans, they had to learn a whole new way of life, and some of the men, women, and children were raped.
Okay.
If you got out of line as a man by trying to show some attitude, you were raped.
Okay, well done, well done. You're on the right track. Can anybody else add a further build to that? Don't be shy, fam. We're family here. Why did the master... The Zamal there, he's on the right track.
Basically, the master teacher came to raise the children of God. That's it.
Oh, children of God. Okay.
Sorry, what was the question, Zimbabwe?
Why did the master come to America?
Oh,
I'm male. So,
Yeah. Why do... Yeah.
is it? Well, I don't know for certain, but I would assume perhaps because America not only is one of the most westernized and wayward places, as in like a lot of people who are brainwashed are there, and their level of brainwashing can be quite intensive as well. But also, they're also one of the countries with the most influence over everywhere else. I'm just saying maybe that's the case, but I'm not saying that I know for certain.
Okay, let's ask Terry Jamal Tahuti or Jose. Can you shed some knowledge? The brothers, they got the answer.
So the reason could be to fulfill the prophecy. Of course, when we look at Malachi chapter 4, verse 2,
Go ahead.
we talk about as lightning, which is the knowledge which cometh out of the east, which is Africa, and shineth unto the west. So the master teacher had to go to the Americas for those brothers and sisters who were enslaved, so that they too can have the chance to be awakened and brought to the right knowledge.
All right, we're just going to add a build to that. Can someone go to Matthew 24:27? It's in there, you know. Can someone find, if you could build out the Bible, go to Matthew 24:27. While you're finding that, there's another question. Fam, don't be silent, because in these classes, the purpose of these classes, the purpose of Wu-Sabat is for us to expand our minds, you see, and ask questions, and also we should also be able to answer questions, because somebody may say to you, you're walking down the street, or you're propagating, and you're talking to somebody about knowledge, and they can either say to you, oh, Dr. Malachi, you know, I heard of him, and by the way, why did he come to America? And they want a good and concise answer, especially those of us who've been on the path for X amount of years.
Okay.
Has anybody got that?
Chapter 24, verse 7.
Yeah, Matthew 24:7. Yeah, Matthew.
Verse 7.
Verse 27.
27.
24:27. You got that?
For as lightning that comes from the east is visible even in the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man.
Stop there. For, as the brother Zamal Tahuti said, for as lightning, which is referred to as knowledge, cometh out of the east, which is Africa, and shineth unto the west. So the lightning or the knowledge is coming from the east. In Tamare, which, the operative word there is ray, which ray is representative of the east? No, which ray? Anybody?
Ray can mean light or spirit or something like that.
I think someone's got an answer here. Go ahead. Anybody?
It's a tumray.
Correct. Autumn ray is the east. You know, as the sun appears to rise, which is the east, is autumn ray. In our cycle, we refer to that as the origination cycle. Then, to continue on this with the rays, what's the next one? Don't be shy.
Atun.
And the next one,
And
Say it.
Amun.
Correct. So, Atum is representative of the sun as it appears to rise at dawn. Atun is the sun at its zenith, and Amun is when the sun appears to set. What is the name of that ray between Amun ray and Atum ray? It's the hidden sun. What's the name of that? Everyone's barling out the names. Come on, fam. Atum ray, Atun ray, Amun ray. What's that last one?
Anon ray.
Correct. Yaanuwn ray. So these are the 4 rays. So when it says here, for as lightning, knowledge, or the right knowledge, cometh out of the east, Africa, Atum ray, and the rays of righteousness, which is Malachi Zadok, my angel or messenger of justice, or Atum ray, or Yaanuwn. Okay. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Which, when I say so shall the Son of Man be, mean this is where he will reside in the West. Okay? So we got the sun representative of Atum ray, or we're talking about the rays of the Sun of Righteousness. S-U-N. Okay, when you say sun, S-U-N. That you will find in Malachi 4:2. Anyone got Malachi 4:2? Actually, Malachi 4:2-3. Hope everyone's writing these quotes down. Remember, in these classes, we have given you so much jewels that, I don't know, we've given you jewels on how to chant, on the language, art and science of Wu-Sabat, art and science of everything. So go ahead, Malachi 4:2.
When you say the science of Wu-Sabat, what is it you're actually saying? What does it mean?
Okay, when the Prophet asked the question, when you say the art and science of Wu-Sabat, what does it mean? The art is the application, and the science is the knowledge. Okay, that's what. Yeah. So you got the science, which is the knowledge, and the art, the application. Okay, and in the doctrine, we should be able to translate what we've learned or the knowledge into that which is practical, which can be utilized. Okay, and the doctrine itself has been so formulated that it's there to open our minds, meaning that we no longer process things by way of thinking, but we process things by way of reasoning, with reasoning being the highest form of mental processing, because thinking is square or linear and reasoning is circular, unlimited. The science of the circle and the square. Okay? So you found it, Zamaltat?
Sure.
Go ahead. Please read.
But for you who revere my name, the Sun of Righteousness will rise with healing in its rays.
Stop there. So, with healing in his wings. Remember the chant we do, which is called Paswaba Patarok? Do you know the words of that? This is the truth and the way. Yeah? And then they've got okay? So if the healing in the wings is Wu-Sabat, the truth and the way. Okay? Go ahead.
And you will go out and frolic like well-fed calves.
Okay, let's stop there. I want to read. Not finish yet, somehow. So don't put things away too quick. Okay, right. I'm going to read the right translation from the master, and it's coming from this particular scroll called the Scroll of Malachi. Let's read it. How he puts it here. Malachi 4:2. It's got here. But as for you who respect out of reverence my name, Malachi, the Son of Righteousness, or Shamash Zadok, or Melchizedek, or Malachi Zadok, or we would say Michael, or we would say Yaanuwn. Okay, we could even say the Hutui or Tuhuti. Okay, describe. Okay. Okay, so as for you who respect out of reverence my name, Malachi, the son of righteousness, Shamesh, Zadok, or Melchizedek, will come forth with healing in the corners of his wings, and you will go forth and spread. We will have holy tabernacle all over the place as calves of the stall. We will have communities of Wu-Sabat all over the place. And when I say all over the place, he means just that all, we should really say, over the planet. Because Wu-Sabat is not just for a bunch of people hang out in Croydon or just hang out in America. This is universal. That's why we call Wu-Sabat our universal knowledge and spiritual science. So, what the Pana Babi Yaanuwn is disseminated or given us is universal. It's not bound to this earth plane. It's not bound to this three-dimensional plane. It is interdimensional. Okay? So this is how we meant to study, and this is what will happen when we open up our minds to the next level of mental processing, or we call reasoning. Okay? Let's continue reading. Go ahead, Samantha. Verse 3, please.
Then you will trample on the wicked. They will be ashes under the soles of your feet on the day when I act, says the Lord Almighty.
Okay, so from the scroll of Malachi it reads, you will crush the wicked, for they will be ashes under the heels of your feet in the day that I will do this, says Yahweh or Yahuwah of the angelic army. Let's just stop there. I'll stop there because this question will tie into the next part of the class that I want to. I'm going to stop there. So, after Zamal said, the master came to America for those sisters and brothers who were enslaved. So you're 100% right. But let's back that up now. If you go to, it's there in the scriptures. Go to Genesis 15:13, please, and start from there. So stop there. So before you start, Samantha. So, does everyone get that? What we said thus far? Does it reason out? Okay, let's continue.
Genesis 15:13.
Yeah. Sorry, before you start, any questions on Zoom thus far? No questions? Oh, go ahead, Samantha. Oh, Delilah. Oh, sorry. Delilah, you want to say something, please?
Greetings. Where are we reading from?
We're just reading from Malachi 4:2-3, and now we're going to read Genesis 15:13.
Sure.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead, 15:13.
Oh, did you want to?
Oh, you want to say something? Sorry, the man wants to say something.
I just the two terms you used, Wu-Sabat, I still don't know what the definition of that is. And also, you said some word which sounded like Yahweh or Yakshi or Yashak or something.
Yeah, Yahuwah.
Oh, Yahuwah. Oh, yeah, Yahuwah. It's like Yahweh or Jehovah or somewhere in between.
Yeah, when you say Yahweh and Yahuwah or Jehovah, even Yahweh, even Yahuwah is coming from the word Yahayu, which means O living one. Yahayu. Okay? And Yahuwah means O he who is who he is. Yahuwah.
Oh, yeah.
Yah, O, Hua, he, and. But that Hua, that Yahuwah itself is coming from the Tamarine mystery system, which is Hu he. Okay. You hear how I said that? Hu he. People say Hu he, but it's Hu he. This is how we speak in tones. That Hu. Okay? So it's Hu he. Just like we say Rahubat.
Sorry, what do you mean by speaking in tones? Sorry, I
okay,
beg your pardon.
Yeah, because the English language is flat, is monotone. So when we speak, just like I remember hearing on YouTube, a sister, there's this guy, I think he's from Japan, and he interviews people on the streets, I think it's Italy, and he came to a sister from Nigeria, and he goes, I can speak your language, and I can speak Igbo. So he's saying, he was trying, giving her some lyrics from the Igbo, and she said to him, no, when you speak in Igbo, it should be like you're singing. That's called tones, because it oscillates.
Oh, yes.
Follow? But the English language is just like flat line, dead. You see? But Miss Batia is like that. It should be in tones, frequencies, and vibrations. The language oscillates. You see? And by doing speaking in tones, frequencies, and vibration, you are engaging or activating those inactive parts of the brain that deals in speech. Okay? And also with the language now, we've got the spoken language, we've got the written language. The mere fact of you looking at the script itself has an effect on your eyes and your brain as well. You see? So there's a lot of science in our Lahag language. Okay? So the brother, go ahead.
Is this what you'd call the tamarind system, speaking in tones?
Yeah, that's right. It's good to say tamarian because, like, to say ta. Do you know what that word means, tamarian? Can you endarken us with your knowledge? Okay, you say tamare. And do you know who's the ray?
No.
I've guessed, ray.
Ray, the sun?
That's it. Yeah, don't be shy, brother.
Okay.
Your family here. So the ray pertains to the sun. What about the tar? What do you think the tar relates to? I forget. So you got the sun. What else have you got?
The moon?
Not the moon. You get in there.
Stars?
Let's say that's the ray.
The sky?
No, people might be closer to that.
The sky?
Okay, drop down from the sky. What do you get? What's that circular thing?
The firmament?
That circular thing that is called that goes around the sun. What's that thing? That planet? What do we call this planet?
Oh, the earth.
So the tar is the earth. The ray is the sun. What do you think the last one is? The ma or the meye?
The underworld?
Gonna be too deep. That's a clue there.
The sea, yes.
So the tar is the.
The sun.
No, we said the ray is the sun.
Okay, Ta is the earth.
The ma is the
sea.
or the waters, and the ray is the
Sun.
So when we say tamare, what are we saying in essence? The ta.
The sun, sea, and the earth.
That's right. And the tamarians are those of the
Earth,
and
the sun,
and
the sea.
there you go. The answer is inside of you all the time. All we're doing is just extracting it from you. Don't be shy, brother. We're family here. That's what we do. We just extracting. Remember, the master said this. Wu-Sabat is more a remembering tool than it is a learning tool. Okay? So you got it there. So when you say tamarin, now you know. Okay? Go ahead then, Samuel.
Are you saying, like some people say, all the knowledge is in our DNA?
Correct, yeah. All the knowledge is in your DNA. It's pre-encoded.
Oh.
Yeah. However, as we have gone through life, there's certain things we're here to learn. You see, we're here to learn, basically by way of experience. You see, but as we begin to grow, we begin to doors start to open up. You see, Wu-Sabat or the doctrine is like the keys to unlock the locked doors. But you, it's your physical being or your mind that will open the doors. The key doesn't open the door, you do. The key just locks or unlocks the door, and the door is your mind or our mind. You follow? Go ahead, Zamal.
What I want to say, that our ancestor history is in our DNA. Is that the same with white people that mix into us, have mixed race children, and the mixed race children mix them back into white again?
Yeah.
In their DNA.
Yeah, everyone has information that's been pre-encoded within inside of them. That's right. And go ahead.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is it the same when they used to rape our sisters and back in them days they used to have children with them, mixed race, and if the mixed race didn't go with a black person get DNA and they went with a white person, they'd be 3/4 cars white and quarter white, but they still have that in their DNA for that history.
They will have that within their DNA, yeah. Okay. However, it's not fixed. You can alter your own DNA or genes. You can alter it. So the once thought it is fixed, but by way of the science of morphogenetics, it can be altered. Okay.
Yeah, one more
Go ahead,
question,
Sabat.
you see that we have melanin, yeah, and Caucasians don't have melanin, and you see that we were the first people on the earth, and all races came out of us.
Speak a bit closer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you see that we have melanin, and Caucasians and some Indian and Chinese are melanin, and they came out of us. So I understand that our history is through our ancestors through Egypt and beyond there to Planet Risk or another realm, spiritual realm. So what is the difference of the people that came out of us? How come they can't get the full amount of information that we get as men and people, even though they came out of us?
That's quite simple. What do you think?
I think, no,
Because
I pray a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not being funny. I pray a lot. Sometimes I'm like, I come in my house straight from work and have a shower, make sure everything's clean and preparation and whatever. And like when I pray, I mean, honest. Sometimes today, I wasn't meant to be here, but because I kept on prospering myself, I'm coming, get the phone up, I'm coming. Because today I came to know what. Because you know the reason why I asked that question. Yeah? You see, people, yeah. I got melanin, yeah. I can be this, but a white person, and a Chinese person could be. I don't know how it works, but through the DNA, some people might have like because they're this, yeah, and someone is Caucasian that they can still have the same knowledge that you got, even though they're black but white or white but black.
Yeah. Okay. But the answer to your question is quite simple. We being Naga Nado Negroids, we are what we refer to as nine ether. Nine ether is the combination of all existing chemicals, gases, elements of natural nature. So we can access the whole spectrum. Those of a lesser ether cannot access the whole range. Okay.
But why though?
Why? Yeah. No, the reason the answer to the question is quite simple. Because of that. Because we are nine ether.
Yeah. I understand that, but okay, just say like they talk about slavery and how the Caucasian people came to Africa and enslaved people. Basically, it's different. People say that basically our ancestors sold so much to the white people for technology or medicine, whatever. Yeah, history. But I'm born on Black History Month worldwide, except for this country on the 16th of February. Yeah. So what I'm looking at here, I understand. Like I see a lot of black people rising up, which I was saying to this, look at the Israelites and everything. But because Dr. York been in prison for a while now, they're using his information to look good to other people. Other people so they can join the organisation, but. And I don't understand because I remember Minister Farrakhan said something about.
What's the question about? Because he's like, you got my analysis. What's the question? Let's go straight to the.
Okay, what I'm saying is that people are people. Yeah, if all races came out of us, yeah, why can't everybody elevate to 9 ether? We've got 6 ether here, whatever, because they came out of us anyway. With they went to cold climbers and chain, their hair went straight, or like the Chinese got big lips and big nose. So I don't understand how come we all can't elevate on the same level. So that's what I don't understand. That's what I understand with the hair, but just say for example, if we all had straight hair, I know we've got 9 ether hair, we're the only people on the planet got woolly hair, but if everybody was different, I know we're different because we've got woolly hair, and that tells us a different amount of races to us. But I don't understand how come all of us can't live be on the same level. Because the reason why I say that, because the Caucasian, I know the Caucasian time's over, their 6,000 years is up, but still they elevate. They always want to, like, we do something, and they always want to go 1 or 2 steps forward us to try and make us look like we're stupid or we don't know enough for the people, you know.
Okay. To answer, I did answer your question already. So to answer it once again, because of our makeup, we are the closest to God than any other. I'll use that word. We are the closest to God than any other race on this planet. That is the reason why.
Okay.
Regardless, now, when you say all races came out of us, when you say that, we have to bear in mind that when you say that, you're talking about they use portions of our genetic material. That means that their visitors, they were geneticists. And in order for them, for those different beings to come and reside on this planet, using for their own race, they had to use the original, which is us. So the answer to your question is, we are the first world's people. We are the closest to God than any other race on the planet. Okay? And not only that, this planet was of such a high etheric state that no other race could even live on the planet. So to cut a long story short, this planet Earth, after its creation or its birth, was a black planet.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And it was millions of years. It was give it a figure now. It was millions, hang on, 36 and 18, 54 million years after our presence is when other races started to walk this planet. And we're talking about the SMAP circle of space, matter and time, which is 72 million. So other races only came on this planet during the beginning of the evolutionary cycle, which is between 17,250,000 years to 90 million years. So we was here first from the
Beginning of creation.
from the beginning of creation. Well, on the planet.
No. Let me prove it. You remember, the reason why I say we were the first, that's wrong, because you know why? Because I hear Dr. York give a speech. Basically, remember, it was Adam and Eve, yeah? Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel and gone to the world and finds himself a wife. So, where did his wife come? God said, curse him to be Cain in the land of Nod, because they would kill him. They didn't want to go there. But he found himself a wife in the land of Nod. Who were their people there? We were the first.
Okay. What it is that, now when you go, we was on this planet, as I said, and say it again, there's a circle or cycle they call space, matter and time. One rotation is 72 million years. We was on this planet for 54 million years before all other races.
Yeah, until
The master never said that Adam and Eve were first. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28 lets you know there were other people on the planet Earth before your Adam and Eve story. You follow? So there were people on the land of Nod, the Nodites, but they were part of the fallen angels. But prior to the fallen angels, or the word we use is Nafalu or Munfalu, prior to them, we was here.
yeah, because the
And remember also is that there was, by the time they came in now, there was a force field, and we call one part of the planet, which is from Africa going to Americas, we call that Nupu, the green zone. On the other side was called Zupu, or the red zone.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, another thing I want to ask you, basically, you know, when Cleopatra was, the Egyptians gave Cleopatra something like Antony the child. What I don't understand, if we were in Egypt them times, yeah, and the Romans were white, how did the Romans get from Africa to where they are to Cleopatra to get Cleopatra? My answer is what I don't understand.
Oh, they swam it.
What?
They swam over. Yeah.
No, but see, our answers, they wouldn't have done it because why? Now, this is where I really get confused. This is what I don't understand. People say that white people are in power. White people ain't in power. White people have never been in power. I showed you who the true people
Okay,
are.
stop, Samuel. So what's the question you want to ask?
No, what
how
I'm saying
how
is
did the
about-
Europeans come over to?
Yeah,
to-
how did the Romans come into Egypt? So Romans been living in Africa at the time when Cleopatra and Mark Antony and we were first. How did Cleopatra and Mark Antony get together? If the Romans weren't living in Africa.
Well, okay, let's put it like this. Within nature, there's cycles or seasons, you see. So they were given dominion to rule for only 6,000 years. It tells you that in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, and it says, in the beginning, and God said, Elohim, let us make man in our image and after their likeness, and let them have dominion of the fish in the sea, fowl of the air, etc., etc. The word dominion is rulership. So they were given, the Adamites were given rulership for a time frame of only 6,000 years. So the forces of Zupu, or the ghostational forces, was working in their favor. You follow? And that's how life works. In life, we have birth, growth, maturity, decline, and death. That is just life cycle. So when we say the death cycle, we're talking about the ghostational cycle.
Okay, I want to ask another question. Yeah.
Is it, remember,
Yeah, just
go on.
let me ask you something. You see the Bible, yeah? You see all these black people, like Dr. Ott's good, I'm saying he's on point because I read a lot of his book. But why does he need to quote from a Bible and say this and that and that and that and this happened and that? If I know he's a true man of God, but why did he need to? Why did he need to show us this and that from the Bible? Because you see what? People, yeah, from when a baby is born.
Stop. Okay, let's answer your question, right? The reason for that is because our story is within the Bible.
I know that, but what I'm saying is not that.
That's the answer to your question, Samuel.
I'm going to answer.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our story is in the Bible.
But what I'm saying, I know stories in the Bible, yeah.
Why you ask the question
but what
for
I'm
then?
saying is that, do you know King James was a black man? Have you done your research? I've been to every museum. I've traveled places in the country. Even been have you ever been to
Samuel.
Yeah.
What's the question?
No, what I'm saying is that why do we need? I understand our stories in the Bible, but why did it take so long for us to see what we're seeing now? And everybody's doing what the master teacher's doing now, which is wrong. Because they don't look. And look how many people, yeah.
Stop, Samuel, because you've gone on and on. Okay, the master said it like this. If somebody is using his information and is helping the people to raise the people up, so be it. What it is that he is here to finish the job that has been laid. And he said, no fool's leader, teacher, or preacher could step this way. Yeah, and where we're going right now, when he comes out, he goes, none of them will be able to step this way. None of them. Because he can bring in a new order to this planet. Yeah. Not to this planet, but to this universe. Because it's much bigger than the King James about slavery and blah, blah, blah. Much bigger. But we can go into that later on. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So let's continue with the class. Let's, what were we reading? Right. We said, we wanted to read Genesis chapter. The question we're going on is, the question that so you don't lose track, it's meant to be a short class, you know what I mean? Got free short classes. Anyway, the question is, why did the master come to America? And we read Malachi 4:2. The answer is in Malachi 4:2. It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. The healing is past the womb or part tarak, the truth and the right, or the doctrine of Wu-Sabat. Okay? And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. In the day I shall do this, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, Sabbath. So the master came to America for those sisters and brothers who were enslaved. Okay. Now you can continue. If you go to, you see, it's got the quote there. Genesis. Sorry for keeping you waiting some time. Let's go to Genesis. You read in Genesis 15:13, and you say, why are you quoting from the Bible? Because our story is tied in there. Okay. So let's read it and we break it down. We've got to break this down somehow. Okay, go ahead.
Then the Lord said to him, know for certain that for 400 years your descendants will be strangers in a country not their own, and that they will be enslaved and mistreated there.
Stop there. I'm reading the King James Version, and it reads this. It says this.
The international one, the new international.
That's the regular King James, okay? And he said unto Abraham, know for a surety that thy seed, offspring, shall be a stranger in the land that's not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them for 400 years. Read verse 14, please, Malta.
But I will punish the nation they serve as slaves, and afterward they will come out with great possessions.
Continue.
You, however, will go to your ancestors in peace and be buried at a good old age.
Okay, so this is really a reference, as the brother said earlier on, to the 1400 slave trade, okay? 1400 and the 1600 slave trade, where we was brought over, or the Nagarnadu was brought over to America. And the master, this is the reason why he has come to the West, okay? And we said earlier on, why does the master keep referencing the Bible and Quran? And the reason for that is because our story is in there, okay? Now, the master said a thing also. To say that the Bible is all truth is false, and to say that the Bible is all false is false. You see? So we've got to know how to differentiate between the truth, or facts from fiction. Okay, and that's why he's here. He says he's been given many gifts, and one of them in Arabic, the word used is the Furqan and the Bayina. The Furqan means to differentiate between the allegorical and the decisive portions of the scriptures, and the Bayina basically means to make things clear. Okay, and this is what he's doing by way of the two-edged sword, which is the language. So a lot of our liberation you will find or will be in the language, even in the English language. So as you're studying Wu-Sabat, you're studying the doctrine, always look up words. Always look up words. Even, you may say, what's the word mean in English? Don't bypass it. Look at the dictionary, find out what does this word mean in this context, and that will open you up. Okay, this is how we study, because we should become investigators. Okay. Well, got a question, Samal? Not a statement. Question?
No, statement. I just want a question.
Question.
Basically, you know, that master teacher quotes from the Bible, King James Version. I don't know if the New International, the old one, the Shakespeare one, and the Quran. Yeah. Do you know? I have a Bible, King James Bible.
Is there a question, Samal?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask a question.
Go straight to the question.
Okay, what it is, yeah, I have a Bible for 1920 something, and it's a King James Version. It's got tablets in it. I'm trying to get published, but a black lady gave it to me about 10 years ago, which I didn't know, and it's a King James Version. Before you got this one in this day modern time, breaking down something. I'll be here next week to read this King James Version, tablets, trees. Everything.
Okay, so what's the question?
Well, I want to know why the master teacher went to the international and never researched the Bibles before that.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Well, because he quotes from the international version. I've never seen him ever talk from international King.
Okay, let's
King
answer. The answer to your question is quite simple. The answer for it is because the majority of people use the King James Version. It's that simple.
What?
The majority of people use the King James Version of the Bible. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You see, and the master, he can. If you read, this is the scholar Malachi, and if you open this book up here, can you read the ancient script?
No.
Right. So he's got here the ancient Aramaic script here.
Greek.
Huh?
I just studied it.
Yeah. Oh, well, then Greek. Well, we could read portions of it.
Joshua, and going back to it. But what confuses me,
Is it a question, Samantha?
No, I want to say one more question.
Okay. A question, not a statement. A question. Go ahead.
What confuses me, that Jesus came at a certain time, and they're saying Jesus came 2,000 years ago. He couldn't come 2,000. He must have came before 2,000 because Jesus went to Egypt in the Bible. So, and then Egypt was so much BC. So why say that Jesus went to Egypt? Jesus
so what's
came
the question, Samantha? Because you're not asking a question.
Why did in the Bible it says that Jesus went to Egypt and the Caucasian man said the Bible was 2,000 years old? So we want to know.
Okay. Because it tells you that in the Bible why he went to Egypt, which is simply because for protection. Okay, so now you got your
I'm
answer.
saying no, but they're telling you, and they're telling you the Quran, they translate the King James Version
What-
2,000 years ago. It makes sense.
I think I know where he's getting at.
Okay.
They've stretched out history or some way from my studies and what I've studied. I think they've stretched out the timeline in the Bible. So he's saying it's 2,000 years ago, that it could be actually maybe 300, 400 years ago. I think that's what you're alluding to.
Yeah.
The Master gave us the date of Jesus' birth, which was 7 AD.
7 AD.
7 AD.
Right. And 7 AD would be when? 7 years from where?
Yeah, from the Judaic calendar, from the Adam calendar.
Right.
From
The reason I ask is because 7 from where? Because that's when the restart was.
Yeah.
You know, whenever there's a zero, before that zero, there had to be a different timeline.
That's right. Yeah.
So from that zero, that's when, you know, you have the confusion of 2,000 years.
Well, the calendar has been just that. You
Yeah,
see.
but you see the calendar goes.
Jamal, only question and answer, no back and forth. You can do that after class, okay? So, brother at the back's got a question. Go ahead.
Well, a few days ago, I had a funny experience. I was asking myself and thinking to ask a rabbi, why didn't the Pharaoh who knew Joseph, why didn't the Pharaoh recognize that there's something going on with this man called Joseph and help those people to go back to their own country, knowing that if he did that, he would get blessed by God?
Yeah. Now, with that now, like I said, portion of the scriptures is true and some of it is fables, okay? Now, there's no mention in actuality of any Abraham going into Egypt. There's no mention of any Moses going to Egypt because it's not logged on the Egyptian walls. Because the ancient Egyptians were known as scribes and record people coming to their country. So you won't find it on the walls.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So, as you said before, the Bible is a plagiarized book. But certain portions, that's why we said, the Master says, we said just earlier on, he has the ability to differentiate between the allegorical and the decisive portion of the scripture. This is what it is. This is allegorical.
But I can't understand why I was having this kind of. It was kind of like a dream, but kind of like I was semi-awake or something. And this was going on in my mind. I was even in the dream, or whatever you call it. I was thinking to ask a rabbi, what does this mean? You know.
Yeah.
Why didn't if it's true, why didn't the Pharaoh think, if I help this man and these people, I'll get a big blessing, and I'll be able to make an ally of him politically, and
Yeah, I have it.
I may get a lot of benefit from these people,
Right.
because this guy saved our country from famine.
Right.
If the story is true,
Yeah. But say it's not true.
it's not true.
So what you do, you go to a rabbi. It's what you do. Go to a rabbi and ask him the question. What's the name of that Pharaoh? Then come back and say, he said it was Pharaoh, whoever, Ankh-Man Ra. Go and ask him what's the name of the Pharaoh, and then come back to us with the question, with the answer.
Well, an answer I could give you as well would be the same reason why Jacob was there with Laban, and he was
Laban,
he was rearing the sheep and all of this, but he didn't want him to go. Laban did not want Jacob to go, and for a very good reason. Before Jacob came, he wasn't as wealthy. Just by being near him, there was a blessing.
Let's keep it to the question. It's not you guys could have a dialogue between yourselves after class, okay? So let's keep it, because we don't want to lose track of the class, okay? Okay. So so now we know the reason why the Master came to America, and we also know the reason why he makes references to the Bible and Quran.
Well, another question is, why does America appear to have parallels with the ancient country called Egypt or Kemet. It has an obelisk, for example, or Tekken, some people call it.
Right.
Why does it have some similarities, parallels or something? What's going on with that? Is it some similar purpose of Egypt and America? Is
Okay,
there?
yeah, what it is that those they all know of our science. They know the science of the pyramids. They know the science of the obelisk, etc., etc. They know the science, and they also know about the symbols,
You know about
the
the
symbols as well.
symbols? Oh
The
yeah,
symbol
on their money
on
and
the money,
on
on the pyramid, or the
on their crest.
yeah, or the Tekhenu, etc. They know what it emits.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? They know that.
Even on the $1 bill, $2 bills, folding and reptilian.
So they do know our science. Okay, they do know. So don't think they don't know. They do know. I mean, they study the manuscripts as well. You know,
Yeah, the Freemasons.
not all Freemasons. You know, not all I think Freemasons know that not all Freemasons know. You know what I mean? But they do have their own secret societies that they go into our land and they have access. You know, they do know. And also take in consideration, they got their visitors who tell them things as well. Okay, so they do know our science more than us at present. However, the one thing they cannot do is activate those 9 ether forces, because they're
Those
guardians.
9 ether what?
The 9 ether forces, the higher beings. They cannot activate those forces. They cannot call upon those higher beings, because it wouldn't work for them. Go ahead, Samantha.
Sorry, you were saying before about certain, we are the ones who, with all the elements, all of the scientific elements, I can't remember the exact word you used, but you know, like carbon and all those things?
Okay.
I hope that I'm making sense, I'm sorry. But I was just trying to find out, so what are the elements that they are missing?
But they are missing. Oh, I hear what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah. I said earlier on that 9 ether is a combination of all existing chemicals, gases, elements of natural nature. That's 9 ether. All the elements of natural nature, not just those elements that's on the periodic table. So there are elements that's not even on the periodic table that is within our composition. You see? And that answers the brother's question, is why we are different than other races. Because of that factor. I see. Look at our hair, our wabar. We're the only ones on the planet Earth that has wabar. All other races have forar or fur, which is flank and it goes down to its point of origin. Our wabar hair grows up towards its point of origin.
Is there... But are there like specific elements that they are specifically missing, which therefore translates into our Negroid characteristics? So, for example, if they were missing hydrogen elements, not to specifically say that one, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I kind of like want the science behind it, if that
The
makes
science
sense.
behind that.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, what it is that the science behind that is quite simple. The knowledge behind that is quite simple. Because all other races are not composed of all existing, they exhibit different characteristics than the Nagara Nadu. All races exhibit different characteristics than the Nagara Nadu because they're not composed of all existing. Basically, we are like the circle and they're like the square. Okay? For lack of a better word.
Yeah, one question I want to ask is that you know when Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel, yeah, and Cain went to land. How come the Creator didn't tell them that there's other people living on the planet, but why there was there Adam and Eve, why they Cain and Abel?
Who told you that? Yahweh or the Lord or God or the Creator never told them that. Who told you that?
You told me. I just read it and believed
You read it?
Yeah.
So you're not reading carefully. Because if you read it carefully, you'll see how Cain didn't want to go out of the garden. Why?
Because people kill him.
But who told him that?
God.
But you said, why didn't God tell them?
No, but God never told Adam and Eve or Cain.
Hang on, no, it's not true. That's not true, sir. That's not
He
true.
killed his brother. He said, "I killed," and then he went. He said, "Oh, curse be unto Cain that goes to the land where that they don't kill him, whatever." He never said that. But think about it, yeah. God, yeah.
So, man, it's a question.
The Bible says that God created the earth in 7 days. He did this. Why can't God just the creator of everything? Just make everything happen, just like that. If he's the most highest being, and Satan rebel, how can Satan rebel? Yeah, when the creator did, how can Satan become negative against the creator when he created it? It makes sense.
But nothing just happens. It seems like it happens to us because our level of processing in our minds are not fast enough to comprehend how quickly things can happen for beings whose minds work faster than ours. So everything seems like it's going in a flash, but there is a whole process behind creation itself. So it can't just be like, and then make that happen. There's no such thing as
I
that.
can't believe that. This is how.
Can we stop now? Because we don't want to lose. Because what is all these questions you asked of Zamal about Bible, etc. is actually we've actually covered that 30 years ago. You see, and you need to read your scriptures more thoroughly, because you're saying things that is not even in the scriptures that you're that you're.
Cain, about Cain was right, and then I was sure wrong with Cain went to the land. That was right.
Yeah, that was right. Okay, let's continue now. Right, the next question. So that's been sorted, right?
Sure.
Damn, it'll take a long time, innit? Okay, let's. Right, another question that was asked. Wu-Sabat, Wu-Sabat, and Wu-Sabat. Why? A brother asked me this question. He said the question was, why did the master? It's what the brother said to me. Why did the master change from Wu-Nawap or Nawapo to Wu-Sabat? Anybody? Your Nawapians, your Sabians, why did the master change it? Is there a difference, or is there a connection, or there's no connection? Is there, brother? So let's say you
Is
walk
it
in.
the next step in evolution of the knowledge or dissemination of the knowledge?
That's why the master needs to change from Wu-Nawap to Wu-Sabat.
Possibly.
Okay. Zamal, do you want to say so? Oh.
Zamal?
Go ahead, Zamal.
Yes, could it be that it's because it's, as I've heard it quoted before, like a living sort of doctrine that continuously grows and evolves, so to speak? Could it be that?
Everybody agree with that? It's a living doctrine that evolves and it grows. Is that right?
As opposed to like where the Bible just doesn't change, you know what I mean? That's what I mean in that sense. You know, it continuously evolves because the Bible is the same script that doesn't have anything added to it or taken away from, whereas with the master teacher is continuously expanding the knowledge and the information is what I meant. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, Zamal. Can anybody build on that?
No, so I was going to say to the Zamal, I agree, because it has been said that certain books and things that we used to read before, for example, the Bible, is expired. Not to say that there's not truth and information in there that is required, or that is truth, I should say. But the master teacher has said anything that doesn't, the only thing that you can, guarantee is change, and if anything isn't changing, it's dead, which then kind of makes sense why they say that that book is expired, if that makes sense, because it doesn't change. But Wu-Nawap will always keep changing, evolving, moving, because it's alive.
Right,
I think.
You get in there.
No, Baba, I have nothing. I'm just getting back into the stage of learning, not because of questioning, because
First of all, Zamal, is it a question?
Yeah, it's a question.
What's the question? Let's answer the question. No, we're not doing that class.
Okay,
today.
no, one
Go
question.
ahead, yeah.
Was Adam and Eve created at the same time?
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
According to Genesis chapter 1 verse 26.
Same time, yeah?
According to Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, yeah. Okay. Next question. Oh yeah, so we're still asking, so Wu-Nawap, the question is, it's the same question I'm going to ask the listening audience. Wu-Nawap and Wu-Sabat, why did the master change?
It's a higher stage, that's all.
Wu-Sabat is higher than Wu-Nawap.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Anybody? Imam Shem, you? Okay.
I would think, yeah. But like
Okay.
that lady was saying, that truth is constantly evolving.
Right. Yeah. Truth. Samal, take the mic, Samal.
Can I ask what the differentiation is? I've never heard of
Wu,
these terms.
Wu-Nawap.
Right.
Or Wu-Nawupu.
And then what is the differentiation between that and the newer Sabat?
Wu-Sabat. Yeah, that's the question I'm asking.
Right. Okay.
Why did the master change from Wu-Nawap to Wu-Sabat? Or what does,
what I'm saying is, what does what does that compromise of? What exactly is that?
Right.
If it's not too long to.
That's I want to hear what everybody else has to say.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to answer the question.
Is it to do with the culture and the sciences? Because I think somebody did a Q&A before where they were saying Nawapu is bear with me if I mix these two up. Nawapu is about the culture and Sabian is about the science. I wonder if it's the other way around, to be honest. But maybe it's because when he first was doing everything, it was about, this is your culture, this is the clothes you're supposed to be wearing, this is what you're supposed to be doing, this is how you should look to represent your culture. And now he's giving us the sciences on how to transform our inner being to be who we originally once were.
Right. Do you know that? You're not wrong. It's all encompassing, but let's hear what the Holy Tablets say. We can tie in a lot of things, because we, as Sabians, we got to know this. As Nawapis, we got to know this. Why did the master change from da 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 da? Right. If we go to the Holy Tablets, everybody get their pen and paper out. Chapter 1, Tablet 1, and right, I want to read something here. Samantha, can you do something for us, please? Sure. I want you to read this for us, for the sake of the listening audience. Right, I want you to read. You see where it's highlighted from there to that bit there. Okay. Go ahead.
Nuabu means to convey a message that results in sound right reasoning. So there must be a conveyor and a listener of the message.
Stop there. So what does Nuapo mean? It means
To convey a message.
Continue.
That results in sound right reasoning.
Continue.
So there must be a conveyor and a listener of the message.
Okay. What is the message? Does he tell you what the message is?
The message is life.
Life, correct.
The conveyor is existence.
Okay. So the person who's conveying a message of life, and the conveyor is existence. What does that mean? Right. Okay. The what? When we say existence, we say existence.
The existence.
Okay. Existence, you know existence as pa'ut, correct? The all is. When we say the all is, we say what is existence. The conveyor, we are the all, in all. And the message is life. Holy Tablets, chapter 1, tablet 1, from verse 15. I want to stop there before we continue. And it tells you, we don't know about Diether is the combination of all existing gases. Okay. So let's go to the Black Book. Or can we go to the Black Book? See if I can find that quote in the Black Book. Right, found it. Oh, I thought I found it. Right, so there. Hang on. Yeah, let's see if I can find it here. So I'll write it. Write the quote down. Yeah. If you go to the Black Book, page 289. If you've got your Black Book, or you haven't got the Black Book, write this down. Page 289, and it reads. So Malta, can you, you don't mind if we invite you back up again? Right, what I want you to do is read from 46, start from the question. So this is the Black Book, page 289, scroll 4, verse 45. Read the question first, please.
Wait, this question or that question? This one.
Yeah, that question, please.
Why do modern day scientists say atoms don't change? Because they are part of a well thought out plan to cut off the direct link between living, lived, and life.
Okay, go ahead.
Another question. What are these three principles? Living, lived, and life.
Okay.
Let's start with the beginning life. Existence.
Stop there, hear that? The beginning of life is?
Existence.
Existence. Go ahead.
Be it intelligent by human standards or in that intelligence within itself.
So, stop this about that. So there's intelligence within human life, and there's intelligence beyond human life, and there's also intelligence which is below that of human beings. You get that? There's intelligence by human standards, there's intelligence way above that of humans, and there's intelligence below that of humans. Okay.
Mankind, human being.
Okay. For example, continue reading. Go ahead.
As in the case of a jellyfish that has no brains, but works off an instinctive intelligence.
Okay, so stop there. So, just because a thing doesn't have a brain, it doesn't mean it does not have intelligence. As in the case of a sperm. Does a sperm have a brain? A sperm cell. Does it have a brain? It doesn't.
Just has instinctive intelligence.
Right, has instinctive intelligence. Okay. Where is the intelligence in the sperm? Because you know the sperm's got a head, a middle body, and a tail. The tail is known as a flagellum. The tail is just for propulsion, for movement. So where is the intelligence within the sperm?
In the nucleus.
Yeah, but where is that located?
The nucleus. I wouldn't know actually.
You're right.
I think
you're
it's near the head, what we'd call the head.
That's right. It's in the head, not there. It's in the head. Okay. So within the head, and you said the nucleus. What's in the nucleus?
The chromosomes, DNA.
Exactly. What's in the DNA?
It's intelligence.
Intelligence. Yeah. That intelligence, is it pre-encoded or not?
It is.
So within the head of the sperm, there's DNA and it has pre-encoded intelligence or information within it. For it to know which direction to swim to fertilize that egg, that is intelligence. Does intelligence denote life?
Yes.
It does. You're not too sure. Does it? Are you sure?
I had to think of it. I have to always think before you answer.
Yeah, that's right. So it denotes life. Brother's got questions.
What's
You got questions, Amal?
Steve, my name. What's the one I'll call it is about? You see our DNA that we got blood cells, and red cells. Is that something like when like sperm? How do our blood cells work for us? Do they have the blood cells in our body? How do the neutrons and the protons in our blood cells and white cells do what they do for our body? Like we cut a leg, or what makes that happen in the body? Do you know?
Okay, yeah. What it is that
Please, sorry.
there's some that inbuilt within us that it's called keloidin.
Keloidin.
So when you cut yourself, messages are sent to the brain. The brain sends messages to certain components of the brain to send its army, for lack of a better word, to heal that body part. So there's intelligence.
So one more thing I want to say. It's just like when we talk and we speak here, and it processes from the brain in order to come out. It's just like I could talk to you, I put my hand up, and I'm not even thinking about me putting my hand up. What causes that to do it? Even I'm not thinking, I'm talking to you directly as I am, and I just done that or looked that way and so done something. It's just like you might come in a place, and then something happens, and everybody's like ducking down, but the blind person that can't see or hear, they don't have no fear. But our eyes are like our windows to our soul, because you see your eyes.
So Mel, is there a question? Because I know that you don't really ask the question. You go, no. So what's the question? So we don't want to lose track of the class.
Basically, what I want to know: how do our eyes see what we see and hear? No, they don't hear. Yeah, might as well say probably hear, because the eyes see, hear, and talk. But how does the eyes know certain what's wrong and what's right, even though being taught wrong, right? But how do certain people will see things differently through the eyes? I don't understand. What do our eyes govern to look to see? It's like I look at a picture and say, yeah, that's teacher. How do our eyes know what's right and wrong? Even when you're reading it through your eye, even if you're making love, even if you're eating, what makes our eyes do what they do? I want to know.
Okay, the brain. The brain.
Yeah, but I understand it. But look, think about it. Look at.
Okay, yeah, it's the brain. Basically, it's called intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence.
That's it. So nothing deep and heavy. As a matter, where you going? You haven't finished your job yet?
No, I was just.
Did the clock off already?
No, sorry.
Is this the clock off already? Okay. Do you want to read 46 again, please? That's so we don't lose the listening audience. Go ahead.
From the question.
Please, yeah.
What are these 3 principles: living, lived, and life? Let's start with the beginning: life, existence. Be it intelligent by human standards or in that intelligence within itself, as in the case of a jellyfish that has no brains but works off of an instinctive intelligence.
Okay, 47, please.
So original life caused living.
Stop there. So original life, we refer to original life as intelligence or outintelligence. Okay, the precursor, which we refer to as partword. When we say precursor, because we know there's a cause and an effect, yeah, cause and effect. But there is a cause that caused the cause to create an effect, and that cause we refer to as a precursor, which is outintelligence. Okay, so that caused or brought about living. You get that? Is it clear for everybody? Go ahead.
And once time and change has consumed the original form, as in the case of sperm, to theta, to baby, then the original is absorbed in what it's becoming.
Go ahead.
Then lived is accomplished.
Stop there. Okay, Tawahat. So it says, so original life, intelligence, outintelligence, the precursor, partword, caused or brought about living. We had life, which is intelligence, and that life brought about living. Okay.
When it has reached...
That's it. Not yet. Okay.
When it has reached the peak of what it is to become, and man has not reached that peak, he is metamorphosizing into totality, perfection. Thus you have life, living, and lived. And this applies to atoms and cells as well.
Okay, that's it. So Thank you about that. The reason why I like to get a feminine to come up and read because they got the voice, you see, and that's why it's always, no matter who it is, I'll get a feminine first to come up and read because of your voice and you have the ability to how you put your voice, because your voice, things become really crystal clear, better than I could do. Okay, so we read. So, original life intelligence, the precursor, papa, or cause or brought about living, and once time, duration, and change, transformation, has consumed or absorbed the original form, as in the case of a sperm, intelligence, we said earlier on that a sperm has no brains but works off of instinctive intelligence, meaning from to fetus to baby, then the original sperm is absorbed in what it's becoming, then lived is accomplished. You get that? Hope you're not losing anybody. Okay? So you start off as intelligence. When we say, what do you mean you start off as intelligence? Before we was physical, we was etheric. Or we was in a state of high intelligence. Or we had intelligence in that etheric realm. If everybody get that? Let's put it like this. Have you heard the saying, we are spiritual beings having a physical experience? We are upgraded to saying we are Ethereans having a physical experience. You get that?
You know that we are physical beings, yeah. What made me, I know that the ancestors create me, but what made my ancestors make me to be the person that I am today? Like, what did they say? I say, oh yeah, I'm gonna make Stephen this way, and it didn't make me a cat, it didn't make me a dog or anything else but a human. What? That's what I don't understand about.
Well,
Nature. Is nature? Do animals have spirits? Do animals have?
Okay. The master teacher, you asked two questions there.
So
It wasn't. What made you you?
yeah,
Is your DNA.
DNA. Yeah.
Okay. Because everything about you is within your DNA. Your features, etc., etc., is within your DNA. Now, the answer to your question is this: your mother and your father, or our mother and our father, are our personal creators, with the help of the forces of natural nature. That makes the forces of natural nature our impersonal creators, and the forces of nature our personal creators. You follow? So your features, or our features, what makes us, is the conglomeration of your ancestors, our ancestors. The most influential is our mother and father. You get that? Because of the DNA. You have the DNA or the characteristics of your father and your mother. You also have influences going back 4 generations from either side within us. Okay?
It doesn't matter even if your family have what. Does that matter even if my mum mixed race and I got white in my family and black? I could go on either side through my ancestors on both sides. Now, what confuses me, see, my white ancestors, I know that some of them were slave owners, slave owners, but, when I go into like myself and I'm elevating myself in the wild bridge, do I have to look at the black or the white or just the black?
Right. You have to look at both. But the master said it depends which one is influencing you the most. Okay? So it says, like, for example, it says a mulatto child. They have portions of Nagara Nadu, Negroid, inside of them, and have portions of Caucasus inside of them. And whichever one they choose will determine their elevation. Okay? So, however, a person could be a Nagara Nadu, a Negroid, and they become influenced by the world, by the Caucasus world. So now they may be, they say, bounty bar, black on the outside, but inside he's like a coconut. You know, a bounty man, a bounty bar, you know, a bounty killer. So, 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 you know what I mean? So the brother now, he has conflicting. The word is conflicting genes. You see, you don't know whether to turn left or turn right or go straight on.
The way that some people that are mixed, they think like white people or something mixed race. Yeah, I'm not mixed race, but majority, they say that the majority of like mixed race people, if they choose the hormone to go with a white person or a black person, where they make that thing themselves to either be with a white man, be with a black man, because. No, what I'm saying, are a lot of mixed race children confused because they're mixed? Some of them, I don't know.
Yeah. The reason, as we just said earlier, was conflicting genes within their DNA, because they have the DNA of the Kangsu and DNA of the Nagar, of the Negroid. Okay.
So you see in the burial, when it comes back here, will it be just coming back with black people, or will there be white people on the ships, or any other nations on the burial? That's what I want to know. So
Okay. The master said that that's a good question. The carcasses are dying off. They're dying off because of the fact that they can no longer reproduce. The reason why they can no longer reproduce is because of their telomeres. Okay, I mean your telomeres determines your longevity. Okay, so they were given a 6,000 year expiration date, which is up. So right now, as we speak, even though they have reached the limit of their existence on the planet, and it's irreversible. For example, the master teaches us about the Cro-Magnon and how the Cro-Magnon will kill off other carcasses, especially the Neanderthal. So the Pleiadians genetically engineered another race to wipe out the Cro-Magnon. And this is how they done it. They created what they call the Basque race, the Basque people. So when the females now, the Basque, they were Rh negative within their chromosomes, within the blood, right? The Rh negative blood type. So when the Cro-Magnon mated with the Basque feminine, or femi-6, we should say, the Basque female, because she's Rh negative and they're Rh positive, the Rh negative will kill off the Rh positive. So if there's no reproduction, that race or species will die off. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I want to ask you one more question. You see, basically, my mum's mum mixed race, my granddad was black, and they had 6 kids. And then my granddad passed away. She had 6. My grandma had another 6 kids. Basically, there was my mum got married into black, and my uncle got married into black. All the rest married into white. So there'd be 3/4 caste white. What happens to them? Just say they got into this organization of Nawabu, can they still get the 9 ether or still be part of black? Just if I teach them, I believe in Nawabu, they say, yeah, we want to learn that. Can you show us? Can they still make it on the bureau or the mothership over there?
I don't know about making it on the bureau, but the master said it like this: the the females of other races can elevate, if they mix their seed with a Negroid, they can elevate to 90 for being. Okay. The males can't. Okay.
Males
so,
can't?
No.
So even though I'm 3/4 caste and 1/4 white, I can't make everything to 90?
No.
Why not? Well, why can't you tell me? So you think about it.
Okay, so I'm talking about the males. The males can't, because they don't hold the mitochondrial DNA.
Okay, so what could be, if 2 mixed race people got together, what would that make them? Would be mixed race. So what I studied, so if 2 mixed race people got together, what would be the baby? That would be something. But when I see a mixed race, to get with a Nubian, wouldn't because the dad's fully Nigerian and fully black, and mum's Hardcore, wouldn't you be fully black anyway? I understand if the woman's mixed race and the guy with 3/4 caste. That's where's confusion there. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, right. Again, right. First of all, it's got to, again, it all goes back to DNA and blood type, etc. Okay, and in order for a lesser race to have longevity on the planet, let's say the Kakusu as an example, they have to mix in with a Naga. The females you're talking about, sorry, the females have to mix in with a Nagaru male.
Okay.
That's it.
That's right. So if
That
the female's
is-
fully black,
Yeah.
or Nigerian, they will be,
The female's fully black,
yeah,
and she mixing with
mixed race.
no.
Even if it's right another way, the mummy mixed race and the male, and the dad being fully black.
Fully black. If the mother's mixed race
Yeah.
and the father's black,
Yeah.
the child, depending who has the dominant gene, which more likely would be the Nagaru male, the child will come out Nagaru. Okay, but she still will have the conflicting genes because of the Caucasoid side of her.
So basically, because I've been struggling for a long time because I'm basically 3/4 caste black and 1/4 caste white, yeah. And basically, my family was Scotland tell me a lot of history. How no one talking about Bob Marley used to sing when his dad educated him into like in family. But you see, black people, I do believe 100% they're the first people on the planet. I've been places, I've been to a country, and
Sorry,
also
you
what I
take,
like.
Samal, you take the mic. Sorry, remember, Samal, this is ask a question. We don't want to hear long drawn out.
Basically, I just want to know. Basically, if you're fully black, you made it. If you're any lower than fully black, you can't make it on the bill.
No, the master never said that.
No, I'm asking. I don't know. Yeah, I'm asking.
No. We have to save the whole race. Now, answer your question is this: the master says is after 144,000. That's what the elders want. Out of the 144,000, the only one after they will select 24 elite.
Okay.
These are the ones who will traverse the plains. And they will come back like Michael, like Baba Yaanuwn, and teach the rest. Okay?
Okay.
And although you could be a Nagara Nadu, and just because you're a Negroid doesn't mean you're going to make it on the Biru.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have to learn the infant,
Yeah,
And also, I wanted to ask, basically, from a young age, I've been seeing things like when I used to be young, I used to see like different species of things in my room, and like one day, when I was 5, I can remember, I left play centre. And I never came home to 12 o'clock. My mum said, "Where?" Like I said, I don't know. All I remember is the light in the sky, and that was it. Yeah. Also, Neb. Neb in what's it?
Samal, is there a question?
Yeah, question.
What's the question? Go straight to the question. So you don't want
what
to
I
hear
experienced.
Yeah.
What was that I experienced when I went? I meant to be at home by 12.
Yeah.
And I ended up being at home at 12. I meant to be home by 6, but I ended up home at 12, and I can't remember nothing. That was it.
So the question is, what was that?
Yeah, but what caused that? What do you reckon caused that?
That's a real simple question I can answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. So I don't know. Okay, so, okay, let's
But I
move.
thought you know about UFOs and you know about spaceships and stuff.
No, you said, what was that you experienced? I said, I don't know because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you could be hallucinating for all I know. But I don't know.
No,
So
because I see when my teacher, people I was a master teacher online about, I experienced this, and he breaks it down for me. You don't know.
I don't know, yeah, you know what I mean? Guess what? I'm not the master teacher.
I know.
And people even ask master teacher about dreams, and he says, I don't know, I wasn't there. Unless I was there, then I'd be able to answer your dreams.
Yeah.
And people did have asked him questions pertaining to dreams when he was in their dreams, and he explained the dreams for them because he was in there. So,
And one more thing, yeah.
okay. Another question?
Well, yeah, another question. You see Egypt, where was Egypt in Africa? Why did they create pyramids in America and different parts all over the world if they were based in Africa? And that's what I don't understand.
Okay, right. We was in America, known as the Anastasi. We left markers of our civilizations wherever we went. Okay, so this is just a marker in Africa, in Egypt, and also pyramids under the waters. I don't know if you heard of a place called Yaanuwn. There's pyramids in Japan. There's an island called Yaanuwn. There's pyramids all over the gaff.
Yeah,
Pyramids in
and
Russia.
water.
In Russia.
Russia, pyramids in
They have
Russia.
the oldest pyramids, apparently.
Yeah, it was overgrown with green, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So these are just
Nigeria
markers.
found some pyramids in the past. They found a city that.
Yeah, so we're all over the gaff.
Existence.
Okay, yeah, so we've gone off target. So we was talking about existence, we was talking from the Black Book, we read, so let's continue it. So original life calls living. So remember we said that what's Nawapo? So Nawapo means to convey a message. Hang on, this is, we haven't even started the class yet. I said this may be a short class. Oh, they think that's a long thing, long and drawn out. But hey, that's how it goes, isn't it? Because we got to know, why did Partner Babi and Yaanuwn change from the Wapo to Wu-Sabat? We haven't even touched on Mun Battle. We haven't touched on that yet. That's coming as well. We'll ask you a lot of questions, I know. So we mean, what's Nawapo mean? Nawapo means to convey a message that results in sound right reasoning. So there must be a conveyor and a listener. The message is life and the conveyor is existence. And when we say existence, we talk about pa pa'ut. The conveyor is pa pa'ut. We are all in all, means we are here to convey a message which is called existence. And we said existence is life, living and lived. Okay, life, as in, if you say here, life, let's start with the beginning, life, existence, be intelligent by human standards, or in that intelligence in itself, as in the case of a jellyfish that has no brains. So just because a thing hasn't got a brain doesn't mean it lacks intelligence. Okay, you got that? We keep on reading. But, as in the case of jellyfish, works off of an instinctive intelligence. So original life, which is intellect, or we should say outellect, caused living. When he says original life, you talk about existence, pa'ut, okay? Caused living, and once time and change has consumed the original form, as in the case of a sperm to fetus to baby, then the original is absorbed in what it's becoming. Then lived is accomplished when it has reached the peak of what it is to become. And man has not reached that peak. He is metamorphosizing into totality, perfection. Totality and perfection is that of an Ethereum in human form. You have 720 degrees of knowledge. You are a spiritual master. You've mastered the physical and spiritual being, spiritual plane. Okay, so you have reached totality. Most people don't make it. We drop that. We go to the grave, and we haven't. Okay, yeah, okay. Thus, okay, so then lived is accomplished when it has reached the peak of what it is to become. A man has not reached that peak. He is metamorphosizing into totality, perfection. In the Arabic language, the word they use is solihin, but that's in the Arabic language. Thus, you have living, lived, and lived. This is existence. And this applies to atoms and cells as well. Okay? So now we have, that is the explanation of Nawapo. Now you say, why did he change from Nawapo or Wu-Nawap to Wu-Sabat? If you go to, I'm using the Bible again.
One more question, I'll answer more questions.
Is it connected with this? Because you want to go. Okay. Connected with this. If it's not, then leave it for later. Okay. Now, Samal, can you go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 1? You want to know why he has changed from what we broke down Wu-Nawap, conveyor, and the listener, and now we're going to break down what about Wu-Sabat. Go ahead, Samantha.
Verse 1.
Before you start, Samantha, any questions on Zoom or Clubhouse? No questions? Everyone absorbing what's being relayed? Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sound is out. Sound out, Samantha. So everyone can be heard on a. Okay. Okay. Sound is out. Okay, then let's continue. Yeah. So now we are.
Thirdly,
Go ahead. You got.
Zamal.
Go ahead. You got questions, Zamal?
Sure. Is there a difference between Wu-Sabat and Wu-Sabat?
Yeah, we are just coming to answer. We're just about to answer your question right as you speak. Okay.
Not doing Zamal.
No problem. Thanks for that. Okay, so let's go now to find out. We brought down what Wu-Sabat means. Now we can go into Wu-Sabat, and you'll find it first in Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. Can you read that, Samantha?
Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work.
Oh, you stop there. Again, King James says, thus the heavens and earth were finished and all the host of them. The operative word here is host. The word host in the Hebrew is tsaba or saba. These hosts were known as Saba in the Hebrew, or Sabaeans. Okay, so we will read, so these hosts or Saba or Sabaeans were your angelic beings or messengers. The word angel is from the Greek angelos, which means messengers. These are your heavenly hosts. Okay? These messengers were either seraphim agreeable unto Michael, Melchizedek, or Yaanuwn. And you also have cherubims, it's also messengers under the one known as the devil. If you go to Revelation chapter 12, verse 7, we can tie it all in.
Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back.
Oh yeah, stop there. Now, continue reading.
But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, the ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth and his angels with him.
Okay. So in the King James Version it says, there's war in heaven. The heaven word for heaven is Orion, yeah? The Orion, or Orion, the Orion star system. There's war in the Orion star system, okay? When it says, go back to that word host, which is Tsaba or Saba, or the Sabaeans, the word that also relates, if you go to Greek concordance, you hear the word army. Get that? So these 7 says that there's war in the heavens. Let's go here.
But what caused the war in heaven?
Huh?
What caused the war in heaven?
Rulership.
So Satan wanted to become God, saying.
Yeah, he wanted
It's
to.
impossible. So what's the point of God creating him if he saw that from the beginning before he even created him? Because no.
Yeah, okay, let's continue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's got here. There's war in the heavens. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels. Michael and his angels, his angelos, his messengers, his Sabaeans, fought against the dragon and his angels, his messengers. Here it is, and his Sabaeans. But the word angel, we said messengers. Michael was and his angels. Really, we should also say Melchizedek or Malachi Zadok.
So
you not finish yet. Don't lose track. You have two type of messengers or messengers being running parallel on the planet Earth. You have those of the green light of Michael and those of the amber light of the devil.
Yeah.
One is relaying right knowledge, the other is relaying trick knowledge. You know what I mean? You know trick knowledge as multiple tricknology, otherwise known as poly or politics. You hear that? So these politicians, what are they conveying? And whose side are they working on? Tricknology, because they were cast down on the earth. Because when they say he was cast out to the earth, they're saying that they were no longer part of the order of Reye, the sun members. So they were, when they say cast down, you talk about in ranks of vibration.
Is that one thing? One say you said the devil's cast down onto earth and the war, yeah. So if they're cast down to earth, what about the other beings in the other realm? So because there's a war in heaven and cast down, everybody's got good and bad in the whole universe. It's giving good and bad from the beginning of time. So I don't really want to get into this because I know things that the Creator showed me that I need to speak to Dr. personally.
Okay, so yeah. What's it something about that?
So I just wanted to confirm something based on the scripts. So does that mean the dragon was on the same hierarchy as Michael? Not quite, because they said that he wasn't strong enough. So
right, yeah.
he was like somewhere just below, and he was just fighting for like more power or something.
Yeah, they wanted rulership. You know, there's been many wars that's going on. Remember, I had the war of Allah as well on Nibiru. There's war on Risk.
You remember when they dropped the biosphere into Risk? The biosphere, they put a hole in that and they'd come to Earth to mine.
Is there a question, Samal?
What?
Is there a question you want to ask?
Yeah. Basically, before they had the war here, what I don't understand, before Earth and everything was created, and when the reptilians, when they tried to civilize, what's his name? I've got his name again. Try and make him good. He raped one of our ancestors, basically the being, yeah. And what happened, yeah? And they spiraled.
What's the question, Samal?
No. This is the question.
What's the question? Let's ask the question. So you have to go around the houses.
Yeah, and basically they dropped the biosphere into the atmosphere, and we had a big hole. So the heat we got 3 suns cycle. So it had to come to Earth. Remember?
What's the question? It's like you're teaching class.
I know, please.
I've
been doing this for 30 years, bro. Been doing this for 30 years. I even read Dr. York's letters, he ripped me back. You know what I'm saying? But please, I need to see the man personally myself. But I tell you, some of these things that you wish what I can do, you can't do. But I know everything. Just let me finish. I know everything. Let me finish. Speak to Nep, yeah? I know everything that is out there. Everything. I can even cool down. That's why I've been doing this for so many. If you see the please. Let me finish. If you see,
we have order here before you start.
Yeah,
if you're not going to ask a question, do not take the mic. Okay. We have to have order here. So if you're not going to ask, we don't want to hear a sermon. We can go to Sermon on the Mount, hear what Moses has to say.
And also, you don't want.
Is that a question?
Yeah, it's a question.
What's the question?
You see the question that I asked you, yeah? That if you're not fully black, yeah, you can't make it on the bill. So I'm not fully black, so I'm not welcome here. So I got to do what I have to do to save myself to go where I have to go, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, that's what I want to know.
Okay, so I did not say that you won't make it on the bureau. That is up to the elders to make that decision.
I'm a people you wish. I've been all over, I've been everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so remember we have to stick to the class. You know what I mean? Okay. So, but Samal, let's just say for order, Samal, if you haven't got a question, do not take the mic.
One more question. You remember what the master teacher said? Yeah, that there were not. Somebody took everything.
What's the question?
No, this is the question. Listen.
Sorry, man.
No, I'm not being disrespectful.
Try to focus on your class. Yeah. Try to focus on your class because the Zamal Hatui is very knowledgeable in Wu-Sabat. He's there for a reason, and he's there to teach us all. But this guy right here is disrupting.
Okay,
and he's
because
taking away
you
from
can't
everybody else,
you
including
can't hear
myself.
what I have to say.
No,
Thank
you.
No, just one question. One question. No, sorry, man, but I have to ask one question. That's why I came to.
And it's getting a bit sorry.
Stop. Zamal,
It's not good.
Zamal, we have to ask you to leave the premises because you're disrupting the
I understand, but
you know
if
what I
I
mean?
answer my question, I know when I put my £10,000 into Dr. York, I gave, what's your name, some money to pay for it. You don't know me, so.
Yeah. Okay,
I
Zamal.
don't need it. I can't make it anyway. So
Nobody
what
said
I do,
that. Oh,
I can make up books, but Elon Musk said, "Hey, you read these books, you can
Can you
people."
escort the brother?
No one said
No, I'm not being
no
rude.
one
I'm not
said
being
you
rude.
couldn't make it anywhere.
No, he said.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Listen
I
to what
heard him earlier. I heard him earlier. He said, "I'm fully back, so you can't get on the bill." I heard him. He said that to me earlier. Please, bro, I'm not stupid. Yeah?
None of us are fully anything.
Yeah.
I know.
Can we have order within the class?
Can you come upstairs for a second?
The information I got, information I can make. I know what I'm going. Go ahead, but go ahead.
Okay, sorry for that, Moisar. Just happened to be one of those evenings. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Where was? Can't remember. What was that? Oh, sorry, let me try and get back. Okay, right. So we've gone about the. I need to compose myself as well. Yeah. Right. So we're talking about Sabaeans now. We said that we talked about the war in heaven, Michael and his angels. But the word for angel is angelos, messengers, and if there's the war, then there's the army. And Michael's army, they're known as Sabaeans. From the word Tasaba, we go back to Genesis chapter 2, verse 1, when it says, "Thus were," what's it say? Genesis, "Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them, the Tasaba or Saba, which are the Sabaeans or the heavenly host of the messengers." We talked about Wu-Nawap. We said that Wu-Nawap or Nawap means to convey a message. So those messengers are in actuality Sabaeans, and they're also known as Nawapians. You get that? Okay. And so we have on the planet Earth right knowledge and trick knowledge or wrong knowledge running simultaneously. So the war basically that we're having is basically based on knowledge. You see? So, okay. So now, these Sabaeans now, or these heavens, or these Nawapians who are conveying the message, so why did Parnabab Yaanuwn change from Nawapo to Wu-Sabat? He is want us to realize by studying that there is no difference. We are Nawapians because we are come here to convey a message, and we are Sabaeans. Those of us who are Sabaeans are working on behalf of Parnabab Yaanuwn. There is no difference between a Nawapian and a Sabaean. They're one and the same. You see? Why did he change? It's not a change. It's a revelation. He's revealing to us that we are Nawapians and we are Sabaeans. And those who acknowledge that by way of the teachings of Parnabab Yaanuwn are part of his army. You follow that? Now, what about the word Nubian? It was called Nubians. Why are we called Nubians now?
So we're disconnected from our history?
Do you know something? It's good.
Because we're disconnected.
Yeah, it is. It's good that you actually made an attempt to give an answer, you know. But you said we are disconnected from, what you said?
Our history.
Here it is. Not any longer, because you now have the message or the knowledge. So that connection is now being tied, not being reconnected. If you look at how the Master has written the word Nubian in the Misbatir, in the Sabaic, you see the word Nabat or Munbat, which relates to gold, the golden children. Those that have what in their blood? Mafkhuzat. These munbat'u are those who, in order for you to sit amongst the rizqiyans and sit amongst the munadhar'u, the overseers, the material, you need to have the liquid gold inside your body. Those who are, they referred as munbat'u, the word for gold is nabat. You see, as you said before, go ahead, Zamaltat.
Sorry, is that why there's been like a specification of what you see with like the jewelry that we wear? It has to be of like a certain material. Is that because it's supposed to be connecting to our blood, or if we wear certain metals that are not compatible with that gold, it will kind of like not restrict blood flow, but it will mess with the ether within that liquid which is in the blood?
Yeah, you're on the right track. Certain metals are conductive. Okay, gold is one of them, copper is one of them. But we also got the. But when we talk about the liquid gold, we talk about the 8 monatomic elements, or the platinum group metals. All these elements are within the mafkhuzat. Okay, doesn't make. But they say for short, they'll say liquid gold or a monatomic elements. Okay, so what it is that when he says the Nubian, when you go into the Mispate, you see the word munbat or gold, the golden children. See? The Sabians, those heavenly hosts, or those who are of the army of Yaanuwn, or those Nawapians who are conveying a message of existence, life, living and lived, which is Pa'ut. But within that Pa'ut, we got the word Ashok, which is divine love. That's why we say in the first line of Pa'at, what do we say? The first line. No. After all that, we can say Anuki. What's that in English?
I am part of
Anuki Jawif Pa Ashok M Pa.
Oh, divine love.
Yeah. You are what? Anuki Jawif. What's Jawif mean?
Jawif is.
I know you say about 939, don't you?
No.
You don't say don't do the 939.
In
don't you want to see you be with the brother, you ain't got no be room, say like now. Okay, go ahead.
I am I am in divine love.
That's right.
Papaud, and the all.
All Kalala Shok Jawif Nia. And all love is
in Naya, me.
That's right, yeah.
Tua. So I had to translate.
Hey, let's say something, fam. When we are chanting, we got to know what we are chanting. So as we are chanting, we are translating that into English as we are chanting. So as you say, you know you're saying, I'm in the divine love of the all expanding. And all love is in me. You notice how divine love, that's the first line. That means all existence is what? The answer is in the first line.
In you?
Yeah, no, in the first line. Anuki Jawif Parashok. All existence is
divine love.
That's it, divine love. That's it, Zamal. That's it, divine love. All existence is divine love. And when you are in divine love, you also have Ashok.
So is this why the master teacher is so adamant on us showing a shook, because we cannot come closer to the Paut or come back to the all without divine love, because they cannot be separate from one another? They are
You're on the
My head.
keep on going. That's right. That's right.
Help me.
Yeah. I need you help yourself just now. That's it. That's the answer. Because we had the master introduced us first to the 7 planes: physical plane, plane of force, spiritual plane, the mental plane, plane of divine truth, plane of divine truth, divine reality, and also got the bosom. The 7th plane is the bosom. And the bosom, when you say bosom, what does it pertain to? What does it relate to?
Chest?
Yeah, what's in the chest though?
Heart.
That's it. And when we say the heart, we're talking about divine. That's it. Did you know that? Had a conversation at home, and it's like, the things are so simple, but it can't be the heart. It must be the chest. No, that is part of the programming. That we tend to think the answer can't be that simple. It is that simple. The answer is that simple. You see? So it's like this. When we are teaching, we should teach. I talked to one brother earlier in the week, or I think it could be last. I said to him, when you are teaching, or when somebody asks you a question, answer it or teach it as though you're talking to a 5-year-old or 7-year-old. Because if you can relate to them, you can relate to anybody. You see, and that's how the master teacher teaches us. He doesn't use no long, elongated words or words that, what's it mean that? Pause the tape, you have to go and look in the dictionary, what's that word? I mean, it makes things really simple, and that's how we have to absorb the information. He writes the book in certain books are, you do need, sometimes you have to read something, put it down, go away, come back, reread it again. Sometimes you may have to go away or read it in a different environment, and it comes to you. You know what I mean? But it will come. It will come. You see, and it's about read it in terms of simplicity, and it will come. You see, so nothing's complex. We make what seems so simple complex. The master makes what seems so complex simple. You see, so this is the train of thought that we should be having now. When you're studying and you're absorbing the information, say to yourself, how would I relay this information to a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old so they can have an understanding, or at least an understanding? Okay, so this is how we teach. This is how we should. Okay. Hang on. Did I finish that subject matter of Nawapians? I think I did. Quickly look at the notes here. Yeah, I think we finished that. What's the time now? 9:06. Okay, so that's been a long thing, isn't it? So we covered quite a lot today, and these are really basic information before leaving Earth. That's what they say, isn't it? Okay, we haven't touched our origins, right? Let's quickly. Okay, Dion Prudence says, Zamal, can you elaborate more on the chosen few of 24 out of 144,000, please? Since the sound went out. Okay. I'll go to the Lotus Scroll. I think we've done this before. Oh, okay, I don't need to go there because it's in my head. Right, the master said, Kobe raised hand. Okay, let's quickly go to Kobe. Go on, Kobe. Do I have to press something?
Robert.
Oh, Robert, somehow.
So I just want to go back to what you were saying about Ashuk. So if a being doesn't have Haba, a soul,
yeah,
do they still have Ashuk, or are they able to still express it? Like, what's the breakdown behind that?
Hey, do you know, that's a really good question, and it's like this. Those with a soul, I want to express it like this. a soul okay, I'm going to have to reverse or recalibrate that statement, what I think in my head. Once of a shock, without a shock, you may have a person may have a soul, but don't exhibit a shock. Once of a shock, we use in Miss Batier, we would use the term shock. That's the word we use. Ones who are of divine love. And ones who are of divine love, they are empaths. Do you know what an empath is?
Sure.
What's an empath?
Overly, it's like, I explain it the best way I can. It's like some people who like over love and over give, and no matter what you do to them, they will always love and always give. Like they'd give the shirt off their back if they see you're cold, regardless of how they feel, kind of thing.
Okay. So
over agreeable.
Over agreeable, you know what I mean? Until they come to realization that people are using them like a doormat. You know what I mean? Then they wake up. They now begin to say, you know what? I've got to exhibit the disagreeable side of me.
Sure.
Because agreeable, a person, just because we've got agreeable and disagreeable within inside of our nature, correct? Just because a person exhibits disagreeableness doesn't mean that they do not have a shock. Sure. Because as an empath, you got to be careful of that trait of being an empath, because people can use you like a doormat. So then you'd have to say, you know what? Let me exhibit that. You know what? I'm not going. Sometimes you have to exhibit that nature. Sometimes you have to exhibit, and just because you exhibit disagreeableness, that can be a form of a shock.
So what's the thin line between that? As in, I know you're saying that if somebody's exhibiting disagreeable nature, it doesn't necessarily mean that they do not have a shock. I completely agree with that. Yeah. But how far into disagreeable are we talking?
Murder. No.
No.
Hang on. Can you read this book? You better go read the book. Ready was a Hutimus. He killed a man off. He killed a man. He killed a boy. It's a Patarok. Fam, I'm not even joking here, mate. You know what I mean? No joke business. No, if you in the Zeddy was a Hutimus, he had the story how he had killed a little youth. It's a shock. Because the young you, how do you grow up? They're going to kill him parents for the gold.
So in saying that, it's about intention then?
Yeah.
Intention behind the disagreeable behaviour, isn't it?
Yeah. So when you say what the line is, you may have to kill somebody.
You might have to kill somebody.
Hang on. There was war in the heavens. Do you think they're exchanging chocolate buttons?
No.
When they broke up, they say war. When you say there's war in the heavens,
Yeah, too.
Man get broke up. The man was getting broke up. So the good angels were fighting the bad angels. So for them to fight, they must have learned some type of martial arts, what Jet Li or Black Panther, whatever. You got the feminine, see Black Panther, the feminine, them, they're
They don't play.
Yeah, they tell you the feminine, they were the army. They were the, and they said the first Panther, Black Panther was from Bast. They tell you how to flim. You know?
True.
See? The army were feminines.
Yeah. True.
Are they trying to tell you something about Michael's army?
Sure.
Are they trying to tell you something about Michael's army? Who are they going to be?
True.
For this day and time?
True.
We've got to start opening up our minds now. Who are the army? Who's the army? Who are Michael's army? Who are Melchizedek's army? Who is Yaanuwn's army? The Gospel of Yaanuwn on the sacred feminine. Wu-Sabat, Wu-Nawab. It's a feminine doctrine anyway. Isn't it?
Sure.
It tells you in the Manfred Planning Risk. They call him Bennett. In the comment that came, they're called Bennett. And the word for Bennett in the Arabic is Banat. which is daughters. You see, the master said it like this: the key to breaking the spell is in the language. Not in what we read, not only in what we read, but what we speak. You see, the trick and the trap is the language. Once we could break the language barrier, then our minds will open up. Because that's what they use as trick knowledge. See? So all these politicians, sorry, slip the tongue there. All these politicians, whose side are they on? What knowledge are they propagating to the masses? You should this is for those of you in the UK or anybody, go on YouTube and type in Liz Truss conversation. And because she's no longer on the seat now, she's revealing the corruption of the politicians that she was once a part of, so now she's telling Muslim lower. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. The war has yet to start for us. Those of us here in 2025/2026, the war has yet to start. It's going to happen. Master teacher said it. I mean, so, as we said before, in the Black Panther movie, are they trying to tell us something? Who are these armies? And who rules the Cyrus star system? Feminines or masculines? Who? Who's ruling now? Feminines are ruling now. Go and listen. There's an old Ansar tape, True Light tape the master put out called Angelic Descendants on Earth. And a question was asked to him, have any feminines come to the planet? And he said, no. But he said, but there are galaxies where feminines rule. I mean, but for things to be balanced. But he was talking when he was in the moon cycle. We're now in the cycle of the feminines. This is your cycle now, feminine. Parvanas Tashu, the sacred feminine. This is your cycle now. And you're the ones who'll be ruling. You will have dominion of the fish, the sea, the fowl, and everything that creeps upon the earth. You know what I mean? So the question is, Dion Prudence says, Samal, can you elaborate more on the chosen few of the 24? Yeah, after 144,000, what it is that of the 24, he's saying, the master said that anything in the Lotus Scroll, this is something that we always quote this scroll here, let's see if I can find it. He said that there will be 12 masculine and 12 feminines, and that will make up the 24. You know, you heard about the 24 elders? This is what's going to happen. The masculine, it says in here that the masculine will be initiated into the order of the Brotherhood of Amun. It says it in here. And the feminines will be initiated into the order of the Black Cat. The Kakusu also have their orders, called the Orders of the White Dog. This is a scroll. I really do advocate feminines to read. Right, let me just read so Dion Prudo, I hope that helps. That's what it is. And let me just read an excerpt from the Sacred Feminine. This is page 114. And it says here, it's got here, page 114, verse 904, and it reads, the first chosen 12 will not be perfect ladies, virgins, for they will be chosen to learn the rights, to pass on to the next generation of felines. So obviously someone's doing the choosing, and when they say the rights, they'll be initiated into the feminine orders. This is the gospel of the sacred feminine, and it's got this in black bold letters, which I, Yaanuwn, pass on to you to know yourself and all others. The feminine will learn the secrets. 906. And there will be 12 males. I will also pass on to them the knowledge of the priesthood of Amun. That will be the first true 24 who know since ancient Hamat, Egypt. And it goes on to say, read it again. Yet this is a Sajal record for Pa, Kadesh, Vanas, Tassel, the sacred feminine. The feminine, those females, women and ladies. 108, and the many faces of the female in life affect her and others. 109, it says, hey, sorry Samantha, you don't mind if I bring you up to the pulpit again? Because this really pertains to, I want to bring this, hey, let feminine read this. Right. Well, let's read it again, and if you read from page, from 904 again, please, up to nine. Okay, I'll cut it short, babe. Up to 913. So if you read from 905 up to 913, please.
905.
Yes, stop there, please, up to 913. Go ahead. So this is the answer to Dion Prudence's question.
Sure.
We're giving you more than what you asked for on the menu. Go ahead, Samantha.
This is the gospel of the sacred feminine, which I pass on to you to know yourselves and all others. And there will be 12 males. I will also pass on to them the knowledge of the priesthood of Amun. That will be the first true 24 who know since ancient Kamat, Egypt. Yet this is a Sajal record for Pa Kadesh Vanas Tasu, the sacred feminine. The feminine, those females, women and ladies. And the many faces of the female in life affect her and others. There are the devoted women and the not devoted. There is the loyal women and the not loyal. There are the silent women and the women who talk much. Too much of both these miss much in life. There is the overkind woman and the woman who is not kind at all. Both these miss much in life. There is the independent woman and the overdependent. Both these miss much in life. There are the women who stay in the home too much, and there are the women who stay outside of the home much too. Both of them miss much in life.
Okay, Tata, Samantha. So, what you just read there, what's he saying? What should a woman become?
Balanced.
Exactly. That's it. Balance? Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, you see? That's balance. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Lotus Scroll, Lotus of Life. Okay. We have, is it Zozo want to ask a question?
Yes.
Go ahead.
This is Jack. I don't know why Zozo is on here, but anyway.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to change it, but change it.
No, what's happening now?
In regards to, you read Genesis 15:14 earlier, the verse 14 where it says, we will leave with great riches. Will that happen? Will we leave with great riches? According to this Genesis 15:14?
Yes, the Master has elaborated on that many times, that we would. Do you know that there's a big lawsuit hanging over the head of the state of Georgia, which is runs into billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. We are going to, but the riches, not only it's going to be financial, but it'll be riches in all directions. Because you know that the best part of the planet Earth is Africa. See? So we'll be riches in all directions. The richness first starts with what? The mind, yeah. Don't be afraid, yeah. Riches first starts with the mind. You see, that's where riches start. And yeah, so that's what it says there. It goes, and what's it say there I'm trying to find it again. And you will, I'm trying to find it again. I'm trying to find that quote again. Have you got the Bible with you, Samalta? Or the quote? I'm trying to find the blue letter. Find the blue letter Bible. Right, so you're talking 15:13. I'm going to just open up this quote for you. Right, so you're talking Genesis 15:13. You know what? Next time we have to finish off the okay. Verse 13, 15:13 starts. And he said unto Abram, know for surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that's not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve, the Amorite nation, will I judge, and afterward they shall come out with great substance. Now what we have to do is go into the Hebrew and find out what does the word substance means. And the word is rakus, and this is what. And when you look at that, here is Bible Concordance number Hebrews 7399. Rakus, okay, and it means property, goods, possessions, livestock, stores, utensils, riches, everything. You come out with great substance, which is everything, in all directions, not just a bag of money. Or a fistful of dollars. You'll be rich in all directions. Okay. So again, see what I just did? I just went into the Bible Concordance, and this is how we study. You see. So it says there, and also and thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. However, but in the fourth generation they shall come hither again. For the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full, meaning they have not fulfilled their mission. So they can come again for one last hit. But guess what? They're not going to win, because it tells you in the other verse that hang on. If you go to Revelation, I think it's chapter 18, it tells you that they'll be taken out. The Master also said it, that no matter what they try, they're not going to succeed in their endeavors. The Master said, upstairs in the heavens, we beat him once and we'll beat him again. So Michael and his army, his heavenly host, those to Saba or Musbatu, his army, his Sabians, his Nawapians, his Munbatu, golden children, those of gold who will have the mafkhuzat inside of them, because they will have drunk the elixir and will have the barotheric gland. Okay. So now we know. We can say Wu-Nawap, a Nawapian, a Sabian, and a Nubian are all one and the same. So now, fam, we want to leave this class with great knowledge, and later on will come the substance. Go ahead. Sorry, before you start, Zozo, I hope that answered your questions.
Yeah. daughter.
You're welcome. Okay, Zamal, go ahead.
Yes, I have a question regarding the sacred feminine. You were talking something about Michael's angels being part of this sacred feminine, but then how does that coincide with the world affairs and the way the world is actually being shaped towards the women being the rulers, but not in the sense of through Michael's army, but through the trick knowledge. For example, in America, they used to subsidize the women having the household by giving them money to live singly alone without being joined to their husbands, right? Without the husbands being there to be an influence on the family. So they subsidized that, and the result was the woman and the children were in the house, but the man wasn't. He was out making money and doing what he had to do.
Hunter-gatherer.
Yes, but yet because of that, the community fell apart.
Yeah.
Because the masculine wasn't in the one setting the order. So then, I find it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Now the answer is quite simple, because what's happened is that we was in the Piscean era. We have to take in consideration the cycles of natural nature, because when the cycles change, there are different energies that's permeating the planet and the atmosphere that influences our minds. So now we're in what they regard as the Aquarian era, or we refer to the age of Ptah, the opener, or the sun cycle. We are in a ninth ether cycle. People's minds are beginning to change. We are going to create our own system, and their system is going to fall. As the Master says, if you subscribe or ascribe to a failing society, you're bound to fail with that society. Their society is failing as we speak. He said that from the year, their cycle or their duration ended in the year 2000 AD. Another brother put it like this: what we are witnessing is you strike a match and the flame comes out. And when the flame burns, you just see, like the cinder, the red bit on the matchstick. This is what we are experiencing right now. And they are not going to go out without a fight, because they know, they have been told by their visitors, they lost the covenant for an extension of time. They know that they have been told that in order for you to walk the planet Earth, you've got to integrate with a Nagara Nadu. That's only the females. But the council, they have disrespect for the females. So knowing that, and knowing also that they are even saying themselves that they have reached an irreversible expiration date. Because in order for a nation or a people to thrive or to be in existence, they've got to have offspring. And if they don't have X number of offspring, they cannot, their stay on the planet Earth becomes depleted. You follow? So now, that is what's actually happening. So this is what we are witnessing right now. They even admitted that their exploration date has come to an end, or is ending as we speak, and we are going to take over, and we can create a new society, a new heaven and a new earth, as they put it in the scriptures. I mean, so we have everything to look forward to and nothing to lose. As we said once again, Master said, I beat him once and I'll beat him again.
Is this offspring of their kind because there's a lot of interracial, relationship?
Are there, is it about the council offspring?
Yes.
Yeah, that's their offspring. They just, let's put it like this. Everything about what they're doing behind closed doors is now becoming exposed. Isn't it? Everything is now becoming exposed. But because what they do behind the closed doors is becoming exposed, but they don't really they don't care, because of the fact that the judge, jury, and executioners, they're all part of the same flipping order. You know what I mean? So they're all coming to an end. There is a serious war that's about to take place. And they know that when the master comes out, not only is it checkmate, but the board will be folded up, the pieces will put back into the box, and it's end of days.
And this master,
Last
would he be Melchizedek, or what the Christians would call Yeshua, what the Hebrews would call Mashiach?
Yeah.
This is the same person.
Yeah.
Okay.
The master teacher.
Reincarnated from.
No, he's here right now.
Where? Well,
no, yeah.
Okay, that's his image, or that's how he really looks like.
Unlikely, because you haven't seen him for the last X amount of 23 years.
Right.
But,
These pictures right
here. Yeah.
Oh, so that's all him in different timelines?
Yeah.
Or
let's say different images of the same being.
From now.
Yeah.
Different images of the same being.
Yeah.
So like, that would be him younger,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be him more like how he looks now, but give or take.
Yeah.
Right, but is he alive?
Yeah.
Has he been born?
Long time, 1945 AD.
Does he die?
Yeah, well, we all die. It's a part of life cycle, isn't it?
Right.
But when he's going to die, hang on, no, it doesn't say it there.
No, nobody knows this. But
Still living.
But yeah, I'm just wondering how to put this. If that's all him, and different, this generation, or was this the previous generation, or is this all in the last 100 years, or?
Now.
So all of this is taking within the last 30, 40, 50 years, or?
It's only 80 years old.
Okay, and what's his name? How do I find his teaching? And
this is it. You're in the right place. This is his teachings. All these scrolls you see here, this is his teachings.
Okay, and he wrote it.
About 1,000 odd books.
Okay, but he's also, according to you, Malachi York.
Yeah, that's
right.
Malachi York. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah.
And now, what's his name?
Malachi York.
But is he not dead?
No.
I thought Malachi York was dead. I know he's still alive.
Still alive, yeah. Malachi York.
Okay, how old is he?
80.
He's 80.
Yeah.
So that's all Malachi York on actual pictures.
Picture.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Zamal. But let's just quickly before we close. Yeah, so his galactical name is Yaanuwn. That's his galactical name, Yaanuwn. We say Pa-Nabab Yaanuwn. The reason why we say Pa-Nabab means galactical master of heaven and earth, incarnated into the planet Earth. But in religion, they'll use the word Mikael in the Arabic, Melchizedek, or Malachi Zadok in the Hebrew, or just Malachi. We read in Malachi 4:2, son of righteousness. The son is Shemesh, or we could say Ray. Righteousness in the Hebrew is Sadok or Sadiq, but you would say Malachi to Sadiq, or Malachi Zadok or Zadokai.
Okay, so when you say there's a great war starting soon,
yeah.
Right? He's 80 years old. When this prophesied Messiah was supposed to come, is he not supposed to unify the people together and then go back to Jerusalem? Real Jerusalem, not the place that they're calling Israel today. But I'm just trying to put the factor in his age as well with this.
Right. The master's not going to fight it by himself. He will have his heavenly host that we read earlier on. His army with him. And when you say Jerusalem, that is a trick word in itself, because in the Arabic they would use the word Darul Salam, the abode of salam, peace, which is none other than the people know it as Nibiru. Yeah, the abode of peace, Dar es Salam, or Darul Salam in the Arabic. Yeah, okay. Okay, with that Moisar family of Wu-Sabat, or you say Wu-Nawab, or Munbatu, Nubians, Sabians, Nawapians, because now we know that we are all one and the same. We like to say Afrus, Wadu, farewell. We like to first say that we like to thank you all on Zoom, on Clubhouse, and those of you here in the Nashat. Welcome you all once again. Until the next time, give and take care.
Wadu.
Wadu Moisar.
Wadu.
Love you, Ashok.